institution that focuses more on the field of religion. It has a contribution in shaping character based on Islamic principle in a nation's successor. Then, in its development, the Pesantren experienced problems and irregularities such as case of abuse committed by fellow students in the Pesantren environment. For example, the case that is now currently happening at the Darussalam Gontor Islamic Boarding School. Moreover, in its history, Pondok Pesantren Darussalam Gontor is a modern pesantren that is quite popular, famous for its well-disciplined education, and is included in the category of the best pesantren in Indonesia, which was founded on 10 April 1926 in Ponorogo, East Java.
The chronology of the persecution created by the Detective Team / 2022 team, starting from the victim E.M., who became a committee at the Thursday-Friday camp on August 18, 2022. Because the victim was the chief executive, the victim was demanded to take responsibility for the inventory that was the damage and loss. Then, there was an argument between the victim and the senior sentry suspect, who, because they did not accept the damage and missing inventory, the senior sentry became angry and gave punishment to the victim and a cruel way that led to abusive act.
Hit the victim on the leg with a scout stick and also kicked the victim in the chest with his bare hands, causing the victim to fall unconscious. After the victim was unconscious, the suspect took the victim with an inventory tricycle to Yasifin Darussalam Gontor Hospital. Upon arrival at the emergency room, the victim was handled by hospital medical staff and examined. However, the victim had already passed away on August 22, 2022. Then, initially, the pesantren did not clearly explain the actual chronology of the victim's death. The pesantren seemed to cover up the cause of the victim's death by telling the family that the victim died as a result of falling due to fatigue while participating in the Thursday-Friday camp event. However, the family felt that there were unusual circumstances, such as the boarding school only announcing the victim's death 3 hours after the victim was declared dead by the hospital. This was proven by the bruises all over the victim's body, according to CNN Indonesia.
Ponorogo Police Chief AKBP Catur Cahyono said, allegedly there are 2 suspects, namely senior students or senior of the victim while still at Ponpes Gontor. The perpetrators are MFA, age 18 years old, from Tanah Datar, West Sumatra, and EH, age 17 years old, from Pangkal Pinang, Bangka Belitung. Both have been expelled from the pesantren for persecuting other students to death. They became suspect and are facing up to 15 years in prison. The 2 former students are charged with articles of the Child Protection Law and the Criminal Code. The articles that are imposed were Article 80, Paragraph 3, Article 76C, Child Protection Law, Article 170, Paragraph 2, Criminal Code. The maximum penalty is 15 years in prison and a fine of 3 billion rupiah, said Catur. Catur also added there were 10 pieces of evidence secured from the terrible incident. Among them are 2 t-shirts, 2 training pants, 1 pedicab unit, 2 broken sticks, 1 eucalyptus oil, 1 mineral glass of water, one CCTV recording of Yashvin Darussalam Gontor Hospital according to the Detik Jatim team.
Pesantren, which should be a place to deepen religious knowledge and improve one's character, is instead misused by some of the santri themselves, thus turning into a frightening place for parents to entrust their children. Parents who initially had trust in the pesantren can now have their trust faded, especially added to the attitude of the pesantren, which seemed to cover up this case by changing the cause of the victim's death. Will parents be able to fully trust again to entrust their children in the pesantren? It depends on the attitude of the pesantren is restoring is a good name.
The response of the pesantren made the public somewhat disappointed, in which the pesantren, in carrying out its sanction, only expelled the culprits from the Darussalam Gontor Islamic boarding school and returned to their respective homes without bringing this case to the field of law, because it could worsen the image of or reputation of the pesantren.
Persecution is a serious human rights violation. Especially in this case, the persecution led to murder. This contradicts the second principle of Pancasila, which is a fair and civilized humanity. Where is the civilized humanity being? If only because of a small problem can kill someone. If you want to take an action, you should think carefully with a cool head, not with emotion.
The case is still being investigated, but with significant progress. Will the final result of the court be worth it or in line with the action of the culprits? It depends on the decision of the judge handling this case. We can only wait for the final decision and cannot infer. On the other hand, the pesantren must also change the way of the educating in the character of the student and increase monitoring in the every activity of the student so that this incident does not happen again.